I am going to say we're going to do repeated we'll do D2 pattern, okay? But I'm going to provide resistance through, and I'm going to push and you resist me as we go eccentrically back. So we can change hands. Okay.
So that's
This is
all right.
D1.
Yeah, we're
that's
going to,
D1.
okay, and then come back. So we're going to contract here, and then we're going to come, resist, yep. Then
So
push.
Eccentrically, he's resisting.
Yeah, then I'm concentric. A concentric isotonic followed by a concentric, eccentric isotonic.
Got it. Okay.
So eccentric to halfway and then.
Well, then I switch hands because I can't keep it. But
Oh, I
it
see.
works,
So
doesn't it?
Contraction.
Okay, eccentric, eccentric, eccentric. Then I'm going to, halfway through, I'll just switch hands real quickly. So that he can maintain that eccentric. Actually, it switches to concentric.
it's
Concentric
concentric
at the
when you
end
switch
range.
hands.
All right, all right.
So I could resist.
Let's go concentric. Up, okay. And then we're going to go eccentric. There we go. Keep the same hand.
Eccentric
And let him
all the way
rotate.
down.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so contract.
That was really confusing.
Eccentric.
You're only being recorded.
Yeah. All right.
Just make sure you watch the end of this video.
I know. Got it, yeah.
Concentric on the way
Just
up,
edit it and then send it to us.
That was combination of isotonics. We're combining an eccentric isotonic and a concentric isotonic on the same muscle group.
So
which is-
eccentric was
Concentric is up, so we're concentric,
Here.
and then I'm gonna push, and he's gonna resist me coming down.
Okay.
And now we're eccentric. And if you really want to rip muscle, eccentrics is the way to go. Okay, so this combined eccentric concentric, you're going to get huge recruitment patterns with that eccentric pattern. So we talked about irradiation, where we're getting spillover into like all these other muscle groups. That's going to get it more than anything. That's beautiful stuff. Combined isotonics. Okay, so we're going to look at now the stabilizing reversals, and this is going to be alternating isometrics. Yep. And so, say for example, we're going to be right here, mid-range. Okay, let me just double check my brain. So I'm going to isometrically pull up. And you're going to count, and then you're going to relax, and then do the opposite. Okay? See how we have that? And so we could do that at any point in that range and strengthen at that point and stabilize just at that point. Okay? And then this, so that is the stabilizing isometric. And then we have rhythmic stabilization, which is essentially a very similar concept, but instead of him just maintaining a contraction, you're holding your arm, don't remove it. Okay, you pretend like you lift weights and stuff, so let's prove it now.
Just
All right,
pretend, Jeff.
so
You can do it.
hold it, don't let me move it. So I'm now providing a perturbation, and he's stabilized, and you can do it in really any direction, and we're going to stabilize that arm using that. And you can do it in a pattern and then go random. I like to start out in a pattern and check to make sure they can stabilize, and then I'll go randomly. And then the trick is with this is you have to humiliate them while you do it. So you might have a big muscular guy, and you're like, "Hey, I thought you were strong. That little old lady over there, I couldn't even move her, and then I'm moving you all over. What's the deal?" You know? And then they're like, "Oh, I can do it." And then they're like, "My arm's tired. Let me try again." You know, and because they just had surgery, and then you just
So
knock
that's
them.
rhythmic stabilization.
Rhythmic stabilization.
Would that be the same? No.
It's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So the
I just
body
saw it
blade, you
start
can
playing
pan over
with
to him. The body blade is used for stabilization, and you can use it in this diagonal pattern, strengthen. But the difference is I am performing like a small oscillation, and it is internally being generated by me, whereas with this is an external.
And you're not, like you're anticipating that move.
Yeah, and this is a volitional, and that's you can't anticipate it. It's meant to be random. And
All the things he's talking about are something that the PTA exam thinks you need to know, right here, one page.
yeah. So they say. Why don't you guys practice that?